Welcome children once again to the video lectures. Today we are on chapter 10 and we shall study argumentative essay. Argumentative composition. Now what is this argumentative composition? See, it is simply what you do day to day. But the thing is, you take it at times when you use the word argue in a negative way. Of course, it is taken also in the negative way as well. But here in the composition, you are going to take it in a very positive aspect. Now, positive aspect in the sense that you are trying to convince the other person with your facts and evidence. Means you have to use facts and evidence to tell the person, to the other person or the reader or the examiner, that you stand by your point. Whichever stand that you have taken, whether for the topic or against the topic, you stand by it. See, there are two ways that this argumentative composition will be given to you. This will be for or against the topic, or for and against the topic. See, mostly you will get for or against the topic only, where you have to take a clear stand either for the topic or you will be taking a stand against the topic. Whichever stand that you take, that will be called your opinion or your stand, and that has to be very clearly mentioned. See, argumentative composition is nothing. It is simply the viewpoint that you are presenting and you are trying to convince the reader, the examiner, the other person that you are correct. You have to be very careful here with your points, because your points should be based on facts and evidences, not simply I think, my opinion. It is not like this. When you are trying to present your argument, it should be based on facts and evidences. Let me present you with a very beautiful aspect that I have come across while going through the net, through the looking for some points for this topic, and I really like the whole workout of it, because it very easily tries to make you understand what actually this argumentative topic is. It's in the day-to-day way that the person has tried to explain this, and I really liked it. So let me present this to you, this whole text to you. So we shall have a look at this caricature design to make you understand argumentative writing. See, it all starts by knowing the audience. Means you should know who will be affected by the argument issue, that is, whom you will address. Now, meet this little kid. Now, who is affected? Of course, mom will be affected. So the kid, he says, "Mom, I want to go to a party." And surely the strict mom will say no. Now, the child will say, "All my friends are going and I will be mad if I don't go." Now the mom doesn't agree. Now the kid who wants to go to a party, now think how you persuade, how you present your arguments to your parents, to your mother. So see, he has an idea. He says, "See, I'm a responsible kid." Now this is an argument that he is presenting. He's saying, he prepares his, I'm a kid. I'm a responsible kid. Now that is not enough. So he tries to make it clear by his own way of presenting it. He gives several reasons. What are the reasons? He says, see, you may think that if I stay out, I won't be able to have energy for my soccer games. Then before that, he says, that he gives the data also. See, I have been a responsible kid. Based on 13 years of data, I have been responsible 95% of the time. I feed the dog twice a day and I regularly babysit for the kids next door. Although it is true that it will be difficult to get up and have a little less sleep, but he says that that will be only one day, and that will be on Saturday. His game is on, and he will still have enough time for his game. Now he has given all the reasons for what his mom would point out. So now he's ready to go. Well, can he go? Now mom has no opposition and she will surely say yes. And see children, this is all about your argumentative writing also. You have to look from the opponent's side and be ready for the answers with the facts and with an alternate ways, so that you can present your point well and it can be agreed. So the child now finally gets a nod and he can go for a party. Well, now let's take the qualities of argumentative composition. The first one here, the genuine interest in the topic. Now, genuine interest will make you more informed. If you have a genuine interest in the particular topic that has been given to you, then take up the topic. Then write or go for argumentative composition, because genuine interest will make you more informed. You will be more informed of the data, of the facts, and it will help you in writing your argumentative composition. See, if the topic has no interest in you, then please don't take up this composition. It should be taken up only when you have a very true interest in that particular, because that way it will come naturally to you how you present your arguments, and some new points, wonderful facts may come to you. Next point is take a clear stand. The next point is take a clear stand. Children, please write it literally there in the beginning or at the end. You have that stand what you have taken. Of course, from your topic, from your composition, the examiner will be able to make out which stand you have taken, but it is to be doubly sure about when the examiner is reading, because you may be rebutting the topic, you may have a little like the other person may not be able to understand at times, but this particular point, though you don't have to be very ambiguous about it, you have to be very clear about it, which stand you are taking. So literally you mention, I go for the topic, and then go ahead with writing the topic, or I go against the topic. That has to be very clear, especially when the topic says either for or, the word or against the topic. Okay, now we go on for the next point, that is presentation of adequate arguments with facts and data and example. Children, usually this is a very common thing that children ask me. They ask me, Miss, how many points should we write to give our arguments, how many arguments that are points for the arguments that we have to present. At least, because you have 300 to 350 words only, so be careful that you don't go for 10, 20 points just simply writing a point, because you have to explain your point also. So go for at least 4 to 5 or 4 points at least should be there. Now we move on to our next point, that is the ability to see both the sides of the arguments. See, if you are not able to get the other side of the argument, just as I was explaining the text at that time, if you were not able to see what the mom would naturally put up the argument, you wouldn't have been able to tell that yes, I am a responsible child, and especially that soccer point, because my mom would surely put that soccer point, that how will you be able to play in that and all this. His child was ready because he knew that he'll be asked such points, so he was ready with his arguments. So you should be always ready with your points about what the opponents, what the other person may put for it. So be ready with, means you have to think from both the sides, from the for side that you are writing or against side that you are writing, and if it is for, what the against point would be, if you are against the topic, what the for point would be presented. Now we move on to our next point, that is the ability to take account of objections. What objections you might be put, not only simply the refute, but what objections that you could be put up with. And our next point, the ability to present forcefully a clear conclusion. See, when you will be reading this points for your argumentative composition in your book also, you will always come across that when you are dealing with argumentative composition, you should be ready with your conclusion first. Conclusion first, so that what you should be writing, and then you should go about writing your argumentative composition. Yes, of course, this can be one of the ways of writing argumentative composition. That means, what actually it means is that your conclusion should be very strong. And children, please do not confuse between your opinion and taking a stand, because this is where children always get confused with, that in my opinion, I think so. No, argumentative, base it on, of course you have to put your opinion there. Your opinion means your stand here. What stand are you taking? Not for the points that you put, that my opinion, I think, no. So do not get confused here. So your opinion is a different thing. My opinion is a different thing, your opinion. But here it is based on facts and evidences. So bring that. You may give an example also, or something that happened around, and people, the whole world or the country, or everybody is around, is aware of that. That incident also can be brought in to make your stand clear. Now we come to the conclusion part that we were dealing with. So your conclusion should be very strong, means very forcefully you should bring the point that yes, I stand for the topic, or yes, I stand against the topic. Now we move on to the next point, that is you should avoid presenting a prejudiced view of the topic. See children, topic may arouse strong feelings in you against certain party, against certain country, against certain community, but do not condemn it. Do not, your writing should not show anger. You should respect the opponents. The words of respect should be there. Present your view very strongly and reasonably. Your proposition followed by an equally cool statement of your opinion based on facts. Your opinion based on facts as you have presented them, that has to be presented. Not simply, it should not be like you are biased, you are prejudiced. That should not show when you are writing an argumentative composition, because that may bring about your losing marks. Remember this. Now there are some useful words, children. See, there are always a certain words for certain types of essays that helps you to write better. And this also argumentative essays, like when you have to say those who support me, those who are against me. So instead of that, bring some nice words like supporters, opponents. Likewise, you can say proponents, advocates, challengers. So this is the list that you can make use of. This helps you to bring your essay into a better observation, rather than simply writing those who are with me, those who favor me. This will not bring about a good writing. Now there are certain do's and don'ts that you should take up when you are writing an argumentative essay. Like, prefer writing, and it should be in fact written in third person. This was like this happened like this. This I think should be avoided as such. Okay. Then do cite experts, that experts of this, the proponents of this. So it helps you in writing a better essay. Then do include. See, evidences are very important. Evidences and facts are very important for your argumentative essays. Yes, one more thing, children, that we come across is at times children indulge in writing datas. 90%, 70% of the people, 60% of the people, 60% of the students would oppose examination, the examination that's going to take place. So you know what, this data are simply, you are trying to attract attention. That's all, putting it in an attractive way, but this is not right. Your datas, if you have the datas should be correct. It's not that simply for the sake of making it presentable, you or any data you mention. See, children, it's a different age now, where datas can be easily taken out or easily checked by the examiner. So see that your datas are correct. Not any data or anything just for the sake of making it attractive you write. Your data should be correct. If you are reading your newspapers daily, you will come across data and you will write your correct data. If you are not aware about the data, please do not go for writing 90%, 30%, 40% and all those. Please do not go for such statistics. Okay, but your argumentative essay, if you write these statistics, it becomes attractive. But statistics, see, when you have interest, I took up that first point, when you have interest in the topic, you will surely write correct statistics because you have read that. So right use of statistics is really very attractive in argumentative essay, only when it is correct. Okay. Now, don't insert, I always say, just opinion without facts. If you are writing your opinion also, that my opinion is this and this and this, then it should be based on facts. The facts has to be brought. Yes, and do not write the ambiguous use of like they thought like this, they did like this. See, they have to be defined who they were. When you are writing that people always think like this, people always do like this, which people? You have to be exact. You have to mention. They should not be ambiguous. They should be very clear. Don't write many people think like this, many children were of this opinion. This many children, many people again is not very clear. You have to define which people, which students were thinking, who were those. So that has to be very clear. See children, in argumentative essay, please do not be like ambiguous means unclear, not doubtful about things. Be very clear, be very specific. And if you are very clear, if you are very specific, your essays will turn out to be wonderful. So we talked about what argumentative essay is. Then we talked about the different qualities. Then we talked about useful words, and then the do's and don'ts. And also that lovely thing to understand your argumentative essay. I hope you understood well your argumentative, and you will write your topic, the topic in the chapter 10 that's been given. Please go through, choose one and write one argumentative essay. In PDF along with this video, I am giving you one argumentative essay sample that you can just go through. That will help you to understand how argumentative essay can be written in a better way. So I hope you understood your argumentative composition, and you will write argumentative composition in a better way now. Thank you. God bless.